guys, I'm live. Good morning, chips. It's fishing time. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry I'm late. I am so sorry. Guys, sometimes when you're a single parent, sometimes things happen completely out of your control. Completely unexpected things happen and you can't do anything about it. It sucks when you have to stream. But yeah, things happen. The funeral? No, I'm alive, I'm not dead. It's mothering time. Oh, please don't say this, please. You know, I feel like I've had enough mothering and parental experience to never ever actually want to do this for reals. I never actually want to go through this. I just feel like, God, having kids must be terrible. Having like actual children of your own, I don't know, man. I just feel like there's nothing good to come out of it. As in, what's the I don't know. What are the pros? maybe I just don't like kids. I don't know. Fish in her teens is morphing time. Fish in her adulthood is mothering time. No, I was a teen mother too. My sister was born when I was in school still, so, and I was taking care of her since she was born. So technically I was a teenage mother. I didn't give birth to her, but I was basically a teenage mother. I had enough of the experience. You were almost going to make me put the missing fish poster up again. But I remember that. Didn't you make one of those? Or am I imagining it? That's when they're good. I would prefer a baby over like a whole kid that can like talk. That's what I'm saying. Baby cafe should be a thing. So you can just go to the cafe, play with the babies, and just leave. Someone else can take care of them. That 40-minute hiatus made some chits pass out in grief, I reckon. I've never had a waiting screen for 1 hour. I genuinely started thinking, yeah, I can start at 11. A bit later than planned, but I'm gonna start the screen early so I can start straight on the dot at 11. Oh my god. How wrong I was. Lots of mothers say that, but bonding hormones end up being a trump card. Bonding to who? Free labor. Okay. That free labor thing is so messed up. Like, okay, that's like, you can make your kid do tasks and chores or whatever and housework and stuff just to teach them responsibility. But you know those parents that like, oh yay, free babysitter, I should have another kid so they can take care of the rest of the kids. Oh my god, that really grinds my gears and makes me the angry red M&M shaking the fist. I mean, you had the fun of adopting a hormonal teenager in the midst of a total life crisis, so it's a bit different, yes. It is a bit different for me, that's true. Very true. Especially because she's got like mental health issues as well. So it's not the best thing, but you know. Don't worry, Chiz will investigate this and if necessary take away 1 week of bean rations as punishment. What the hell? You know, I actually haven't eaten baked beans for at least a month. I should correct that. I should fix that, shouldn't I? I actually bought some new bread. Another reason I was a bit late is because like, oh crap, there's no more bread. How am I supposed to make her sandwiches for her lunch tomorrow? So I had to like run to Tesco. And they had like 1 loaf of bread left too. It was like perfect. So I had to buy the bread and now I've got nice bread. It's a tiger bloomer loaf actually. So I'm going to make myself a nice sandwich. Once I put some chicken in the fridge, I need to let that defrost. And that's a lot of responsibilities. It is, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Number 1 teenage mother. Number 1 teenage mother doesn't as positive as it's meant to be. No. You know, it's kind of like, I guess, like how Skit said about the free labor. my mom knew I was around. So she was like, oh yeah, I can just give birth to this kid, not talk to her father, and just dump this baby onto my other daughter to take care of. It's this is what I'm saying. Parents like that need to be taken out back. Baby cafe, that's what being a grandparent is. True, very true. Isn't being a grandparent free babysitting? Even I remember that. Like, sometimes my mom used to disappear for like 2 months in the summer. I remember this, and it's so bad because you know when you're a kid, it feels like time moves slower, doesn't it? It feels like life is slower, time moves slower, life is longer when you're a child. But when you grow up, life feels faster, time feels like it's moving faster, doesn't it? And there's actually a psychological reason behind this. It's because of the way your brain processes information. So obviously, the younger you are, the more new information around the world there is to process. So you're seeing things for the first time, you're experiencing things for the first time, you're going through things for the first time. So actually, those years are very formative because you should be, you're probably thinking, oh, I shouldn't take a baby to Disneyland, or I shouldn't give my kids holidays and stuff because they're going to be too young to remember it. They won't appreciate it. They won't enjoy it. That's actually very untrue. It actually directly affects their development, their brain development, psychological development. So yes, they might not remember the specific memories, but they will remember the happiness, and their brain will actually subconsciously retain a lot of stuff. Like, my earliest memories are from the age of 3. And I remember when I went to Alton Towers, for example, or Chessington, and that was all like before I was 6 years old, I think. And obviously I don't remember minute to minute everything I did, but I remember the memories of going. I remember my mum fighting with my dad's sisters. A couple of his sisters came with us and she was fighting with them. Like, I remember stuff like that. So you do have these memories, you have those memories, you just don't actively remember them, and that's normal, very, very normal. And that's why it's actually very important that children are stimulated, because if you don't have any mental stimulation or any what's the word, oh god, what's the word English, if you don't have any like not extracurricular, what's the word, if you don't have any sort of stimulation, it's actually like so bad for the brain. It's like, you know, when my sister was in foster care last year and she was basically locked up in a room with nothing. She had no PC, she had no phone, she had no internet, she had no books, she had nothing. It's literally solitary confinement, right? She was in solitary confinement, and that's actually really bad for your brain because your brain needs that stimulation. And I have really terrible memories from when I was a kid because my mom would just disappear, go abroad for like 2 months, and she would just dump me and my brother with my grandparents. And those are probably the most torturous memories that I can still remember, because obviously my grandparents were old and they couldn't like take us out and do stuff with us. So they took care of us, they fed us, they bathed us, they clothed us and everything, but like they weren't actively playing with us or doing anything. There was only just a TV, a small CRT TV in the very old living room, and that's what me and my brother, we were just so bored out of our minds, and we couldn't obviously go out and play in the park because my grandparents couldn't take us. So I remember those torturous long 2 months. Like, it might have not even been 2 months, honestly, but it felt like it was like a year long. So it's actually really important to give children lots of enrichment, that's what, enrichment and stimulation, like they're animals, because we are basically just little animals. So yeah, I don't know, that's why I don't think it's good unless your grandparents are going to be taking over that role and give you lots of like mental enrichment and stimulation. I feel like parents should not be dumping their children on their parents, especially if their parents are old. It's really bad. Thinking about it though, my grandparents weren't even that old. They must have been in their 50s then. So actually, I didn't even know what the excuse was. Maybe they were lazy. I don't know. I think my granddad, I don't know. I think because he was still running his business and stuff, so I think they were just busy as well. And they didn't want to be the free babysitters either. My mom just like dumped us on them. They get their peanut butter and jelly covered hands all over the furniture. Oh my god, when my sister was a baby, I would like literally walk around with wet wipes to make sure her hands are clean at all times. But also, she was like kind of OCD. She still is. She doesn't like things on her hands. She doesn't like having dirty hands or like a dirty face. So actually, she was a pretty clean kid. Berserk, thank you so much for joining the Overclock memberships. Welcome, Berserk. Thank you so much. And Flames, thank you so much for 13 months. Well, now we're getting a fish trigger, or even better, a TRiGGERPHiSH plushie. Okay, all right, buddy. Skid, thank you for 17 months. I don't have anything quirky to say right now. Yippee! You don't have anything quirky to say, so you're gonna roleplay as Flapjack? Okay. Bonding to babies as they birth. Oh, right. Well, I mean, you have to have the motivation to get pregnant first, is what I mean. Have you ever had a kind of shocked by the strength of emotional bonding and crazy, even though they knew about it rationally? Yeah, but you have to, like, be motivated to be pregnant and have a child. Like, you know, carry the child for 9 months. That also sounds like torture. Make that 1 month and 1 week. No beans in a month. She's not a true Mexican. See, that's the thing. Like, we don't need to fight, guys. I'm British, you guys are Mexican, we're bonded for our love of beans. Our beans are baked in tomato sauce. Speaking of beans, I'm making Mexican food for my sister again tomorrow, so I'm basically Mexican. Using children to run the farm, restaurants, shops, and yes, even being cheap daycare is a tradition as old as humans ourselves. People love free labor. No, okay, passing down your business to your children is very different to like treating them as a cheap daycare or free daycare rather. In my case, I was still a school kid. I was still in school when my sister was born. I was the free nanny, the free parent. TRiGGERPHiSH is so good. I love TRiGGERPHiSH. I love the crust, right? It's very crispy. But my chicken was in the freezer. 2 months? Yeah, I feel like it must have been 2 months my mom left us there, because I think it was July and August. It was like the entire summer holiday, school holiday, so it must have been 2 months. Mom hit the same day delivery and ran to the next thing immediately. I think it's also because like my mom didn't want to be... I guess because she had us when she was very young. And I think having kids when you're not prepared and when you're not ready, like you're not mentally prepared to be a parent. So she just, I guess, didn't want that responsibility. And obviously parents do deserve breaks. They definitely deserve breaks. 2 months is too much! And it's not like they couldn't afford to take us with... I think it was like my dad as well. Yeah, it's not like they couldn't afford to take us with them. They just didn't want us around. My stepdad is not like that though. My stepdad is having none of it. They've been going on holiday every single year and he takes my sister with them. He does not trust anyone except for me to take care of my sister. He's not about that. I think just my parents are just very irresponsible. Does that mean Fish is a young grandma? Well, no, because I don't have kids. I don't have kids who have kids. My sister, who is my, I guess, kind of my kid. My sister is like 12 years old. She does not have children. Each year is a much bigger percentage of your total lifespan. Yeah, exactly, as a child. Like the great philosopher said, and they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming. Because 1 month is a proportionally larger portion of your time here on Earth. Exactly. Like, that's why it's really important to give lots of enrichment and mental stimulation. And physical stimulation as well to your kids. Like, you gotta give them toys and you gotta make them kick a ball outside. You have to, it's needed for their healthy development. And sometimes I forget you're British and you get jump scared by the accent. Actually, I'm using a filter right now. I'm very American, don't worry. I have a similar case with my grandparents and the Royal Gorge. I don't remember everything, but I definitely remember the feelings. Yeah, that's natural, yeah. Because it's just a psychological thing. It's how our brain works. My grandparents had a farm, so I had plenty for us to do. See, that's fun. We also did crafts, sewing, cooking, fishing, not just labor. See, that's good. That's a lot of enrichment. Well, yes, considering the rule of thumb for creatures is the smarter they are, the more enrichment they require. Yes. Yes. That is extremely true. See, like, my brother was completely fine just having the TV. I was not fine. I was bouncing off the walls. He was just watching Dragon Ball on repeat all day, every day. I was feeling, even as a kid, I felt like, oh my god, I need something to blow my brains out, because this is I need some sort of mental enrichment. I had like 3 books with me, but obviously you can't read the same 3 books over 2 months. And like, obviously when my parents dropped us off, like, we weren't told how long we were gonna be there, so obviously we didn't have like loads of stuff packed with us. Otherwise my brother would have brought his PlayStation, for example. That would have been okay. I was lucky to have grandparents who could do stuff with me and my brother while we were young. So you are very lucky. They sound very nice. My grandparents, I don't know, I guess because they were very busy, they didn't really do much with us other than the basics, which is feeding us and clothing us and bathing us, I guess. Yeah, thinking about it, I don't have any memories of like my grandparents. I mean, I have memories of my granddad, like when I was really young, like primary school. He used to pick us up from school and take us to the park, and we used to play football and stuff, but I don't really have much memory beyond that. And the reason is also because obviously I was born and raised in Cambridge, right? My grandparents were in London, and I didn't get to see them that much. So, and by the time we moved to London, I was already old enough. My brother was already old enough. We were old enough to be left at home by ourselves, so my mom would disappear, but like, it would just be me taking care of my big brother. So we were not dropped off to the grandparents by then. Guess it worked out because my grandpa was young and we were always taking trips places doing something, but maybe not advisable, but hey, I made it. I mean, it made you into a fun person, right? So you never had the child puts food in electronics experience? No. I think with my sister, I was very good at telling her what not to do when she was a baby. I was very good at like showing her what was right and what was wrong. She was actually not a bad baby. She had emotional issues, understandably, but behavior-wise, she was not bad. So yeah, she was pretty easy in that sense. I mean, I could just be like misremembering because it was a long time ago now. I never understood how kids could walk around with snot on their face. That felt disgusting to me. Yeah, I think if you're like some sort of like neurodivergent, you have some sort of neurodivergency, you will have those sensations, like you don't like feeling certain things on your skin, because I think that is also like a some sort of like neurodivergent trait I was reading. Like certain textures and certain feelings, you don't want that on your skin, and you don't like feeling it, you don't like having any sensation on it like even eating it or whatever. So she has like a certain sensation she doesn't like feeling, and obviously when she was a baby, she couldn't express that, but she made it very clear she didn't like the feeling of anything like liquid on her face or anything sticky on her face or her hands or anything. So yeah. Speaking of plushies, how are the plushie sales doing? Yes, I was going to talk about that afterwards. Let me just quickly scroll down and catch up with the comments. The friends at a house guest with a 4-year-old over for the weekend. They told us cause to rethink having a child. Okay, also the way you raise your child is important as well. Salvadorans make beans better. What kind of beans? Crunchy crust, soft and squishy inside. Yeah, it's the best thing about, you know, tiger bread. Some people are just not meant to be parents, period. Yeah, I think if you're like someone who was just not capable of being responsible, you just should not be a parent. Too young, looks at my mom. Did we establish like our age ranges are like really similar, Matt, with our siblings and our parents? Because my mom had me at like 20. she was still in uni. She was is definitely take care of these goblins rather than we just need a little break. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think my mom like liked being a parent. It's funny, I was talking to some parents at work and I can't recall seeing kids excited about any toy. Like, I remember we were getting hyped up. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's different. That's this generation, isn't it? Now they're all excited about their iPhones and iPads. Have you ever got the misunderstanding that you're the mother of your sister? Actually, only once in my life, and that's when she was born. So, sometimes I would take her out to the park in her pushchair, and I guess I must have looked like a teen mother. Everyone in my school knew she was my sister, so so it wasn't like the school kids. They all knew that I had a sister. Like my sister was born because my best friend in school, she also just had a younger brother born at the exact same time. So we would sometimes meet up at the park with our respective baby siblings in their pushchairs, and then some random stranger in the park made a really rude comment towards us. About being teen mothers, and we were just like, we just looked at each other and just burst out laughing because obviously we know that we're not like, you know, they're not our kids, but it was like really funny. We laughed about it. So, that was the only time I've ever gotten a misunderstanding that I was the mum of my sister. My grandma couldn't speak English, so I remember about her singing to us, taking us to school and being old. Aww. At least that sounds still positive. Salutation Master, thank you so much for the 13 months. Oh my god, has it been 13 months? No, God. But yes, thank you so much. 仕事に行ってきます。はい、いってらっしゃい。頑張ってきてね。How do you go to work? I wish for the health and well-being of your family. We just got turned loose on the countryside as a kid. No, you did not. No, you didn't. No, there's no way they like just leave you on the road and they say, oh yeah, just run around, or like the farm or the park. Actually, no, thinking about it, you're right. You are right, because when I lived in Cambridge, my mum would actually let me and my brother out all the time. He had a bike. And I couldn't ride a bike, but obviously I'd just walk. And she'd let us go out all the time by ourselves, even though we were like under 10 years old. She just let us go out because we had a park near our house, and she'd just let us walk around and go there by ourselves. So thinking about it, maybe it is a city thing, because obviously my grandparents were in London and it's not safe for that. Yeah. I am thinking about it, maybe that's probably why my grandparents couldn't really do much. 妹いんの妹いんのさぞかし可愛いんだろうな。まあ別に想像に任せるけどね。Weird, I'm the same. What do you mean? My mom always said she felt lucky I was a well-behaved kid, didn't cry, no public tantrums when I couldn't get toys, no nothing. She raised you well. Oh, your mom had you when she was 16? But your mom must be younger than mine then. Whoa. My dad had me at 21, but he was definitely the kind who was already prepared. That's good. Because, okay, I think, like, no, my dad wanted kids, which is why he, like, gave children to my mom. He really badly wanted to be a dad. But that doesn't mean he's a good dad. I think he just my dad really likes kids. He loves kids. He wants to be a dad. He wants to play with his children kind of thing, and he likes being a dad, but he's not a good dad. He's not good at being a dad. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like he likes kids. He's always been good with kids, but he's not very good at being a responsible person. So it's kind of weird because you can be good with kids. You can like kids, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you'd be a good parent. Your parents had you at your 40s? I mean, if you think about it, I think the best age to have parents is either really young or kind of old. Because if they're really young, it means, okay, maybe they might not be the best parent and they might be like financially struggling, but it means by the time they're older, you're also old and you're kind of like, you're kind of close in that sense. And also by the time, like, let's say if they had you at 16, by the time they're 35 or something, you're already like 18 or whatever and out of their lives, and they've still all got all their youth left and they can enjoy their life without having the responsibility of children. Whereas if you have them when you're kind of old, like in your 40s, at least you'll have hopefully have loads of money by then. So, and you've got like, I don't know, someone to kind of take care of you when you're old. I don't know. There's like positives on both sides, I think. I think the worst time to have a kid is in your like late 20s or 30s. No way you had practiced the art of the mother's meeting already. It was so funny because, yeah, my friend, her brother was born, I think, a year before mine. Before my sister was born, I mean. So her brother was a year older than my sister, but it was really cute. Yeah, we were like, oh my god, we should meet up with our siblings in the park. I thought it was quite cute. Because my friend and I used to meet up at the park all the time, just us, obviously, but then we became older siblings, so yeah. A childhood was like the Secret 7 book. Wait, that actually sounds really nice. That's actually really, that does sound really like romantic, I think. I remember when the news stories and all the PDF files are in the news, early 2000s. Oh yeah, true. That did happen, and that's a really good point. I remember, like, after that, my mum was a bit more hesitant about letting us out because, especially, like, I don't know if you guys remember the British people. Do you remember Holly and Jessica? It was quite a famous... Let me Google it. The Soham murders. So Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman. That happened in Cambridge. That happened in Cambridge while I was living in Cambridge. Because I didn't move to London until like mid-2000s-ish. So that case was in Huntley. Yeah, that was a very, very big case all over the British media. And that happened while I was living there. And that shook up the entire like town. Because it happened so close to home, right? It was in Cambridge. And I remember then, like, my mom would not let us out. And we weren't allowed to go to the park. Like, no. Actually, yeah, no. No, wait. Maybe I'm misremembering. No, she did let us out. But I remember when that happened, my brother wasn't allowed to go out. I was a bit too young then, but my brother wasn't allowed to go out. And it wasn't like until years afterwards that she would let us out by ourselves to the park, but she would always give us the warning, yeah, don't go inside anyone's houses, don't follow any strangers, blah blah blah. 姉目線では可愛くないのか。まあ、別に可愛くないわけじゃないよ。ちょっと生意気な。We just went everywhere in the countryside. I guess where I grew up, it was kind of countryside, but not like true countryside. There weren't any farms around where I was, just parks. That's why my grandpa is actually closer to most people's parents' age. Oh. So that's why he spent a lot of time with them. Your dad sounds like a very relatable guy. Probably, I don't know. I'm hoping you guys have more of a responsible streak. But yeah, teen mom, she just turned 47 this year. Oh yeah, that is really young. That's super young. Wow. It explains also like why you're so close to her as well. I couldn't imagine having kids now. It would be tiring, and I really enjoyed being more active with them when they were younger. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do think having them while you're younger is actually the strat, because you have the energy to play with them, and because you're kind of closer to their age, you're able to understand them more. And again, like, the responsibility's all gone. By the time you're like 35, they're already grown up. So you've got the rest of your life like free and ahead of you. I shook up the entire country. Kids everywhere were told to stay inside, and we got more game consoles and everything. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of the plushies. Once my family moved to a quiet suburban cul-de-sac, we could play on the street. Have no one to Peckin. Peckin is so gross, bro. Like, I would not. If I had kids, I wouldn't go to Peckin. Forget kids, I wouldn't go there. Anyway, plushie, guys, plushie. Hold on, let me pin that actually. Guys, we have hit 100 orders of the plushie. Yippee! Now it's my turn to roleplay a Slack deck. Yippee! We've hit 100 orders! Oh my god, do you know what that means, guys? That means everyone gets a free acrylic, like, invisible acrylic card thing, like the transparent card. You get a free transparent card! Oh my god! Can't wait to get my plushies. Plushies! Oh, you got 2, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy! So everyone gets a free postcard, and everyone gets a transparent card. Aren't you guys excited? Yay! And if we miraculously hit 200 orders, I don't think that's gonna happen. But if we miraculously, we've got 11 days left. But if we miraculously hit 200 orders, you also get a free keychain as well. The card's gonna result in so much Oshikatsu. I didn't expect it to look like that. I thought it was gonna look like those photo cards, but I guess not. I don't know. Maybe, I guess you can use it to take photos so it looks like I'm in an environment. I'm hoping the plushie results in lots of Oshikatsu. I'm gonna start showing for a baby carrier. Yeah, oh my god, this is bad. I've been looking at like different costumes and stuff. Like, I saw this really cute like ghost hoodie thing, and like, I don't know, I really want to dress up the plush. I want to dress it up, and I want to like make little accessories and stuff like that. I actually have never had such a big plush before, like one of these types of plushes. But I really like this one. Is it kind of weird and vain to say I like a plush of myself? But for example, I put the England flag headband on it. I put the England badge on it and everything. It's just so cute. And I have my red panda hoodie thing that I bought in Japan last year that I can put on it. You dress yours up like Gengar. I feel like it's nice just to have like a little companion. It's cute. I didn't realize it'd be like this fun. So, I need to make a chip plushie. Or I was actually thinking, because the sales of the plush have done really well, I was thinking of asking Craftify to make a mini chip plush, and that I think they sell it for like $16. I was thinking like a mini chip plush, but I don't know if you guys would buy that. Would you buy a chip plush? Like, not now, obviously. It would be like maybe towards the end of this year, but would you guys care for one? Because then we could have like the fish and chip together. Don't you think that's really cute? Oh, you guys would like that? Yay! Oh, yay! Thank you. Okay, because I really want to do that. It means it'll be like shipped next year, but it will take a long time for the fish and chip to unite. But I think it'd be so cute. You need at least 1 to 3. I was gonna get like the keychain version, so you could like, if you go to cons, you can have it like attached to your bag or something, so you can tell, oh, this person's a chip. It's like a pair 1 chip with 1 fish. All 10 of his fishes. You can make the end stream screen. Oh my god, with a giant fish, a chip plush. I don't know, I think it's really cute. It'll be a really nice way to show, oh yeah, I'm a chip. If you go to a con or something. I think it's cute. Oh yeah, also another thing I wanted to mention was, thank you so much, Jackus. I don't know if Jackus is here, it's quite late. I'm assuming Jackus might be in bed. Jackus very cheekily got me the Brito water jug from bed, apparently. He said, oh, so remember, like, he said, oh yeah, I'm going to bed, good night, chips. And then like half an hour later, when I put the water jug on my throne, instantly Jackus bought it, and we were like, what the hell? He said he happened to be scrolling his emails at that time, and he happened to see it, and he just happened to like jump on buying it. Anyway, yeah, it arrived, so I will not be starving for water anymore. I will not be dying from dehydration. W Jackus, thank you so much. I haven't had the time to set it up yet because my brother was here being annoying, but I will be doing it after the stream, so I'm excited to finally have water to drink. You cannot escape the jacuzzi. The jacuzzi. Sorry, I'll never say that again. Anyway, yeah, I've got water now. Yippee! Yeah, I was also thinking about it, right? Like, why did I not think about this solution before? Like, I've never thought about just getting this water filter jug. And it made me think about how you guys were like, oh yeah, fish grew up to upper class or something. And I was thinking about, oh yeah, I guess the reason why we never had one at home is because the filter was like installed into our tap and our like pipe system and everything. So, and that's why we drank, because all I remember was drinking tap water when I was at home, but then I realized that's probably why, because we already had like the filter system in the you know, the plumbing or whatever, so it just never crossed my mind. And when I moved out of home, I just always drank from bottles. And now I'm thinking, oh, so this is how the other people live. Now I realize what you guys are saying. Should have got fish friend to set it up. I would not trust him with that. No way. TK, no one in the UK cared about filtered water until the late noughties. Why? Because the water started tasting like pipe and stinky. Especially not in London. Oh, I mean, we moved to London. Oh, no, but it was in London where we got the filter, actually. Because when we lived in Cambridge, the water was different. It was actually, like, nice water from the tap. And it didn't taste like pipe. It didn't taste weird. But yeah, thank you so much for the water filter. Oh yeah, can I also tell you guys a quick update about the situation? So remember I told you guys there was a situation outside my window where there was a complicated spiderweb situation going on with the two spiders making themselves at home on my window. Because I left my window open for like the past 3 weeks without closing it. Yeah, so let me tell you guys the update, because I was telling my sister about it, how like the web is getting bigger and there's like it's getting bigger and scarier looking, and I don't know what to do, and there's more things getting trapped on the web, like debris and fluff and things. And I was telling my sister about it and how like there's a really big spider in the web in the corner, and she was like, oh. And I told her, oh, I think it's a female, because someone told me that if it's a big spider, it means it's a female. She's like, oh, you'd better check it's not laying eggs. I was like, oh! What? Okay, so one thing I should probably mention is my sister likes spiders. For some bizarre reason, she likes spiders. So I was like, oh! She's like, yeah, you know, if they lay loads of eggs, then they'll probably come inside your room if it's right on your windowsill. And I was like, how am I supposed to know what eggs look like? I've never seen spider eggs in my life. And she's like, they're like white and they're small. I was like, you better come inside my room and check out that web, because if there is eggs growing on it, I'm burning the entire flat down. So she came into my room, she inspected, she's like, oh yeah, those are eggs. It was definitely a female spider. So I was like, okay, you are going to clean this window and all the spiders for me, or I'm actually leaving. Like, I'm not joking, I will leave. I'm going to burn this house down. So like she got a glove, and she basically with her gloved hand just pulled out all the webs and just threw them away outside. She was so hardcore, bro. Because the spiders are not there during the day. The spiders only come here at night. So I guess they're gonna return here and find their home is gone, but whatever. Yeah, so because there were no spiders to harm, she didn't like feel bad about it, but she basically got rid of all the webs, and now my window is safe once more. Don't worry, they only spawned in hundreds to thousands at a time. Yes, I'm aware, Prinny. I've seen those scary Australia videos where like they have spiders living in the corner of their ceiling and make massive like egg sacs and it spills everywhere and it's like a actual nightmare material. Yes, I'm very well aware. So spiders commuting from zone 6 to do their shift on your window. It's actually funny because I don't know what they're doing during the day because they're not there during the day. They only come at night. So I think they are. They're just working their jobs during the day and they come back and sleep here at night. I mean, they're gonna come home. I mean, it's home time for them right now, and I guess they've found out that there's no more home to return to. Now they'll have to do all over again. I hope to God they don't, because I will this time make my sister get rid of it again, like as soon as I see it. Those are horrifying. Did you see the Aussie spiders during the floods a couple of years back? No, I didn't. I hope I don't ever see it. Yeah, nah, the smallest spiders in Australia. Not nearly as big as Daryl at my place. He's a really good bloke. Great poker face. Please don't tell me you actually casually live with spiders in your house. That is horrifying. Fish had the spiders evicted. They weren't paying rent, and there's no way in hell I would let them spill their babies everywhere. Especially because right at my window, they're gonna get inside. There's absolutely no way. I'm so glad my sister brought that up because I didn't think about it at all. I didn't think that, you know, I didn't think that they would have babies on my window. I leave spiders to do their thing in my room. I couldn't. Oh my god, not in my bedroom, no. As long as spiders stay in their corners or whatnot, why bother bothering them? Because what if they're not in their corner? Like, what if they're crawling up your leg? What if they go inside your mouth while you're sleeping? What if they go inside your ears? No, I do not want an army of spiders, thank you very much. I think you guys have too much chill when it comes to spiders. I think you're being a bit too laid back when it comes to spiders. Okay, they're very scary and very ugly. Mr. and Mrs. Spider are gonna go down the local pub. The flying web. The flying web. That's actually really cute. You know why they're as long as they're not too big? Yeah, so that's the whole reason I didn't mind that small one. I didn't do anything about it. It was only until his wife came and joined. Because she was big. Oh my god, there was actually a spider on the curtains today in the kitchen and I screamed and my sister was like, what? Because she was eating her dinner and I was just like cleaning up the kitchen after making dinner and I screamed. She's like, what? I was like, there's a spider on the curtain! And yeah, oh, that's actually how the spider conversation started. She was like, oh, it's cute and so tiny. I was like, it's bigger than the one on my web, and that's when on my window, and that's when that conversation started. So actually, if I had not seen the spider in the kitchen, this could have been really bad. Along with the Hungry Caterpillar, why is no one named the pub that yet? I love the Hungry Caterpillar, it's so cute. They were selling plushes of it in Costco in Japan for like 4,000 yen, and every day I regret not buying one. Just came back to could have babies in my window. The spider, Zed! The spider! My youngest stepdaughter screamed blue murder last night when a spider crawled onto her bed. She managed to change her bedding. Okay, I wouldn't change the bedding. That's a bit too much. But obviously if you're crawling onto your bed, that's scary. Just get the Hoover problem solved. No, so I didn't want to Hoover it because like then the babies are gonna explode in the Hoover. I can't do that. Especially because we've got a fancy nice Hoover. I have to keep it clean. Why do I feel like something looks different in my room today? It's bothering me. My chair. Give me 1 second, guys. I feel like it's my chair. I thought my chair was like here before. There we go. Anyway, is it bagless? If it has a bag, no, it's a bagless type. It's bagless, so I have to like tip it out into the bin, and it's a cordless type as well, so it doesn't hold that much. Orbital strike, surely. I would love to orbital strike. Every time I was okay, that's the thing. I think video games are getting to my mind too much because I was looking at the webs and thinking, oh, if I had like If I had like a gun, if I had like the wingman, if I had like the L-star, I could easily get rid of this. If I had like some sort of weapon that exists in video games, I could get rid of these webs all by myself. You empty out the Hoover in the outdoor bin. There's no outdoor bin here. Shake it out the window. What? So it's good. I told you guys, I live on a main road. I live on a main road, so if I did that, it's gonna fall on someone's head. Or the thermite. One thermite grenade? Oh my god. I would love to thermite the webs. I would love to do that, but I can't. Solve the problem how diver style. That feels more like Japan rather than the UK. Fish is screaming because the spider's doing movement tech to avoid it. Well, you know the spider that was on the kitchen curtain? She tried to pick it up and throw it out the window, but it apparently crawled inside her sleeve, and then she lost it. But she was cool as cucumbers. She did not care. She was like, oh, well, as long as it's not dead. Bro, the spider crawled inside her sleeve. I would probably faint on the spot if that happened to me. I would actually pass out on the spot. I could not. Let's see, it might be a problem. Well, it will be actually, because like I'm leaving next week, right? I'm gonna be gone for about a couple of weeks. If I came back and found there was like a massive spider's infestation in my room, I would not be happy. My PC is here! That's in the spider babies bursting on your head. Has that happened to you before? Kind of aerosol with a lighter. I don't trust not setting my room on fire. It should be like 4-year-old me and call the fire brigade or police. Okay, to be honest, if spider babies exploded on my head, I would, if they like burst out on my, I would probably call the fire brigade too, and I'll just tell them to set me on fire. So I would do the same thing. I'm just saying, 4-year-old you knew what he was doing. I would genuinely just set myself on fire at that point. I have a really bad phobia, guys, okay? Anyway. Before we move on... Ah! I just stretched and my shoulder clicked. Am I growing old? Oh, you called them because of the fly in the room. Yeah, I remember now. Oh. Nearest body of water instantly, no matter how dirty it seems. But what if you're in a concrete jungle, Edward? Then what? And what if you don't have a bath? Then what? I think the job is to put them out, not set them. I would ask them to bring a lighter and set me on fire. And then make sure the house doesn't go on fire. Yeah, that's one of the signs. My shoulder clicking when I stretch. Oh no! Oh no! Guys, it's happening. I'm becoming Granny Fish. Anyway, just before I start the segment for today's stream, which is the Skeb, which is part of the Donathon goal. Oh my god, sorry, my butt is sticking to my chair. Let me just adjust that. Surely Fish drinks 2 doses of a chibi potion and Dark Soul fights the spiders with a nail. See, that sounds so cool. I don't mind in video games. I just don't want to do that in real life. Soon she'll turn to dust. And do you expect me to stream if I'm a speck of dust? Is that what you guys want me to do? Stream as a speck of dust? Would you watch me? Alright, yeah, so today's segment is going to be, today's stream is going to be Skeb. We're going to choose, I'm going to look through some Skeb artists and we're going to, well, you guys have to give me ideas of what kind of Skeb you want as well. But before we do that, I need to just talk about something first that's, it's pretty important. So I'm actually going to turn the music off for this because it's pretty important and I need you guys to actually listen to what I'm saying. Trigger night sounds cool. It does sound cool. It sounds like a cool Kamen Rider form or something. Right, so God, I don't like serious talks. This gives me tummy aches. But in this case, it's very necessary. So, guys, if you could just please listen and not like make any jokes or um what's the word? Like if you actually like listen to this properly, I would appreciate it. Now, I do want to preface this with that this conversation is not about just one person. Because actually the vast majority of you are completely fine. Like actually like 90% of you are completely fine, and you're probably you're actually, you probably don't even need to hear this conversation, but I want you to listen to it anyway. And the 10% of you who are maybe not so fine, I want you to think about, listen to what I'm saying, and like, what's the word? Uh ugh, understand. So again, I want to preface, this is not about like one person, or not even just one person. This is actually multiple people. But obviously the one person was the final straw, but I'll get to that. So to explain what happened very briefly, a few streams ago, someone broke the no politics rule unintentionally by making a meme that mentioned a very, very controversial figure in British politics. Pretty the two terrible things actually. And I just want to say that I have nothing against this person. I'm sure, like, I don't think they did it maliciously, or I don't think they did it in a way to like harm me. um they were just being a bit too silly, I think. But and I have nothing against him. I don't think they're a bad person or whatever, so I have, like, no ill feelings or anything like that. But um unfortunately, it was the final straw, because there have been things going on that for quite a while. So even if something is a meme or a joke, if it breaks the rules, it's still not allowed. I don't know how to say this any clearer. um, if something breaks the rules, it doesn't matter what the intent behind it was. If it's a meme or a joke, or like you're trying to be funny or whatever, like it doesn't matter. Like, it's not allowed. Like, it's to the point, even the Orange Man, the Orange Man of America, his name is banned. Like, it's that serious. Like, I am in a company, right? I'm in an agency, and the agency rules is that you cannot mention these topics, right? And even if I weren't in Aegis-Link, this rule would still remain. Like, there are so many indie streamers and VTubers who don't allow any political or controversial talks, because why? Because it destroys communities. And at the end of the day, we're just here to have fun and be silly, right? We're not here to talk about like quite serious things and controversial things, because these things break communities. They bring down the fun, and not everyone is capable of having serious conversations either, even if it's not, to be a bother or whatever. Like, even if you have opinions, or you're educated in history or politics, not everyone has that same background. So you can't, if you want to exist in a space, right, with lots of other people online, it's better to avoid controversial topics and strong opinions if you want to get along with everyone. So even if I went in Aegis-Link, this rule would still remain. Like, I 100% agree with Aegis-Link for having this rule. So there's been a lot of rule breaking, both in the Discord and I guess here as well on my stream. I do want to say something. Being British does not give you immunity to using certain words. I'm going to say it louder. Being British does not give you immunity. Now, I know certain words and certain topics and certain things are completely fine in the UK. For example, we joke about politics all the time in Europe, especially in the UK. It's not even like a serious thing. We just like kind of talk about funny things. For example, this guy called Count Binface. You can Google it if you want. Like, it's political in nature, I suppose, because it's to do with like elections, right? But we kind of like joke about that sort of stuff in the UK. But I know that that's not okay in America. And I am in an American agency. And obviously, I consciously joined this American agency. And it means that I have to follow the rules of this agency. And like I said, even if I weren't in this this, if I want in this agency, the rule will still remain. Because I don't want to risk destroying communities or our image, right? So maybe some of you are thinking, oh my god, you went overboard getting him banned. Well, actually, it wasn't even me. It was Aegis-Link's decision. But yeah, you might think, oh, so overboard, banning him, so serious for what was basically just a harmless joke and meme. But the thing is, it did cause harm, and because it broke the rules. That is harm, because breaking the rules, someone in my community breaking the rules makes me look bad. And it causes basically extra work for all the staff involved as well as me. And the thing is, like, yes, I'm sure he didn't mean it. I don't think he meant it at all, not in that way. And people make mistakes, right? But you are also making a conscious decision and action when doing something. When you are chatting in the chat or in the Discord or sending a TTS dono, you are making a conscious decision about it. There's a difference between personal forgiveness and breaking rules. Like, again, I have nothing against this guy. I have nothing against him. He's completely fine, but it's not about how I feel towards him, because the rules were still broken. And knowing him, I'm sure he understands that too. I don't think he's, you know, I don't think he's out there shaking his fist thinking, grrr, how dare they ban me for a joke. I'm sure he understands, because again, this is not his first community, right? I'm sure he gets it. I don't think he's a problem at all, actually, in that sense. I have a different issue, but I'll come to that afterwards. The thing is, right, I believe in second chances, and there has been so much going on in the community where people have been towing the line or breaking rules, and I have defended you guys so much. I have put my neck on the line and appealed so many bans. But there's a point where I can't do anything, because when you go too far, I can't do anything to save you. There's nothing I can do. So I really want you guys to think very carefully before doing something you think, oh, is this okay? Will this get me into trouble? Will this get Fish into trouble? And I know you're thinking, oh, but we're just having fun. Now this is going to be so serious and we have to like think about everything we do. I want to reiterate that 90% of the people here have no issues following the rules and just behaving as a normal civilized person. It's only a very small group of people. And if you're thinking, oh, we're just being silly, we're just having fun, we're just supporting the streamer, is it really support? When you're causing trouble for me, when I'm already going through so much, do you call that support? And if you're thinking, oh, but this guy, he just made a mistake, or this other person who broke the rule, they just made a mistake. And, you know, Fish should have been more lenient about it. I need you to understand your place in this community, okay? You are not in the position to make those calls. You don't see what I'm doing behind the scenes. And you don't know what I'm hearing and stuff. So I don't, if you're thinking, oh, you know, she's being so mean, she's being such a meanie and, you know, going too far for like, you know, jokes and stuff like that. No, you are not in the position to make that call. People make mistakes, again, like I said, but everything you do is a conscious decision and action. And again, in the case of the person who sent the political TTS dono, that wasn't actually the first offense from that person in particular. And like I said, my community, like the chips, were already being closely watched in the Discord, because actually not even the Discord, here as well. The community was already being watched because of like multiple kind of rule breaking offenses that had happened. So I was already like on, I was already kind of like being watched, right? So that, you know, you have to use your head, guys. And the thing is, that incident actually caused me a lot of stress, because I was obviously I was in the middle of doing the, you know, collab with Fish Bro. It was incredibly hot in my room, like 40-something degrees, and Steam was being a doo-doo and not like loading properly. There was like so much going on at the same time. I was literally like Mr. Krabs looking around and like, or Caveman SpongeBob. I was just like, and then another ban happened at the same time. And I was like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? And I was just like, oh my god, oh my god. So that stuff causes me a lot of stress, okay? So if you think I'm being too harsh, please understand that I am going through a lot. And if you have done something wrong, if a chip has done something wrong, and I explicitly express my disapproval and my unhappiness, I expect you to understand that behavior is not okay. You don't need to be some big man and defend the person who did something wrong, because I'm not even demonizing the person who did something wrong. They don't need your defense. What I need is your understanding. And you know what? If your fellow chips disapprove of the fact that you are stressing me out, that doesn't make them bad. They are on my side because they are my chips. They are here for me and not for you, okay? So it's understandable when the well-behaved chips are upset, because, you know, the behavior of one individual, like multiple individuals, reflect all of us. You as a community and me as the streamer. So if I just accept bad behavior and mistakes because, you know, the intent isn't malicious, it will still reflect on me and you. It'll reflect on us as a community and me as the VTuber. And on the agency too. That's a really big responsibility, right? So if you're defending that sort of behavior, it means that you are probably capable of that behavior too. And if you know that your fellow chips and I will judge you for that bad behavior, don't do it. If you would rather have your fun at the cost of my suffering, then you're not supporting me. And if you're listening to all of this right now and you're feeling personally called out, because I know there are probably some of you here thinking, oh my god, she's talking about me, isn't she? If you're feeling called out by this, I implore you to please think about why. Is it because you think is you next? Like, are you thinking, oh, I'm gonna make this cheeky joke and I'm gonna get banned for it or something? You have a brain. Use your brain and think, is something appropriate? Is something okay? What I can't stand is when people like blame shift, like they shift the blame and they try to play the victim when they know they've clearly done something wrong. I don't like that. I really hate that. So if I see that going on here, I will be very upset, because I don't expect to see that sort of behavior from you guys. Rules are all there in writing. There's like no excuse for, you know, breaking it and saying, but, I did nothing wrong. And then the mods are targeting me, specifically me. They hate me. No, the mods do not care about you. The staff do not care about you. They are looking at, in, you know, whatever rule you've broken, and they will deliver the infractions based on that. They have no personal feelings towards you, I assure you. They don't care. They are not staying up at night thinking about you. So you don't need to, you know, feel personally attacked by anyone. It really isn't that deep. So, I need you to also understand that stream chat and also Discord is not your personal group chat. I know we're all friends here, and you guys are so lovely. Like, most of you here are so friendly and so accepting and just so kind. And I'm so proud of the vast majority of you who are like that, because you just accept everyone and get along with everyone. And you see everyone as your friend, and that's really nice. And some of you don't, and that's okay, because just like when you're in a workplace or any other situation where you are around many different types of personalities, you don't become friends with everyone, right? You don't even like every single person, and that's fine, right? As long as you treat them in a civil manner, that's okay, because naturally not everyone gets along. Not everyone gets along, and that's okay. That's completely fine. But communities like this, like VTuber communities, they tend to get very big. And one thing you should remind yourself is that you don't need to be friends with everyone. Ultimately, everyone is here and connected over their one interest, which is me, right? So that's okay, because this is a public Discord for everyone, and this stream is also a public stream for everyone. And if there are certain people that you like a lot within the community, you are, of course, you are free to make friends with them and make your own like little mini communities with these people. Because obviously that's completely fine. But if you are in the main community, Discord, or in this chat, stream chat, you obviously, just like me, you will need to learn to navigate lots of different personalities, lots of different spectrums of neurodivergency, and you know, if you see something that you don't like or personally bothers you, you don't have to get involved. Like, I know not everyone likes discussions on, I don't know, certain anime or discussions of cars or Kamen Rider or whatever. You don't need to read it and you don't need to get involved. Like, oh, I know some people don't even like the CL. There's a lot of like CL that goes on, you performative CLers. So I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable with that too. But at the end of the day, right, if it's not like the main of football, yeah. But at the end of the day, we're like a huge group and we're all talking about different things. And I often get involved in these discussions. Like, I like Kamen Rider and football and all these other things. And I know it's not like everyone's interest, but you know, naturally, when you're in a big group, performative. Yeah, don't lie. I know you guys are performative about it. But yeah, yeah, you don't have to get involved. It is, you know, okay to just like close the Discord or go somewhere else, or close the stream and go somewhere else. You don't have to feel like, oh, what is CL? Chip love. Like, BL is boy love, CL is chip love. But yeah, if something is not to your taste, you just don't have to get involved. Like, it's no one's forcing you, right? No one is forcing you to like get involved or play along or do whatever. There are plenty of streamers and plenty of other communities out there. As long as it's not like breaking rules or just like going to uncomfortable territories, I'm generally pretty chill with letting people discuss whatever. As long as, you know, you are taking social awareness into account. Obviously, it's very different if someone's talking about. If I'm talking about, if, for example, let's say I'm streaming and in the Discord, often people are like sharing screenshots or talking about my stream, and someone cuts in with, "Hey guys, look at this meal I ate yesterday." It's like, okay, social awareness. But yeah, it's just something I know. There's something I've noticed since last year, actually. This part's a bit serious, so guys, please listen to this part. Something I've noticed since last year is that there are some people with very big egos, I guess. And those people, maybe they feel more important than the others because of how long they've been following me or how much effort they put into supporting me. Like, oh, you know, I'm here in every stream. I give loads of, you know, server contributions, or I'm giving her loads of support. I'm commenting on everything. I'm sharing and liking and retweeting everything, blah, blah, blah. I'm so active in the community. And that results in their ego getting quite big and their feelings of self-importance. And certain individuals who feel that way may be trying to like, they may do things like rallying, you know, other community members against the mods or against the agency. And it could be over very silly things. Like, it could be like, oh, I don't think I think XYZ person should have done this. I think XYZ mod should have done that, but they didn't. And that means they're terrible. Or like, I think the agency should have done this because this whatever they did is not to my liking, so I think they're bad. And they kind of like try to rally and antagonize and encourage like the other community members to kind of get angry over something that's basically not an issue. This has been happening since last year, and it's unacceptable behavior. This exact behavior has actually happened in a lot of VTuber communities. Now, I know some of you guys are VTuber community veterans here, and I know you guys have seen this happen in at least one VTuber community where this exact behavior has happened. These entitled egotistical individuals end up trying to run the community. And it resulted in either the community being closed down, or like the streamer graduating, or the streamer just stops being active. Because their community stopped being their safe space. It ended up being a few egotistical individuals trying to run the community instead. Yes, as Matt said, this ain't about you, it's about me. If you guys like, okay, listen, I don't like that because I hate the fact if I get the supporting character and not the main character. Yes. Like, if you guys want a male leader so bad, go somewhere else because there is no place in my community for some alpha male leader. Because that's me. I'm him. I'm him. I'm the alpha male community leader. I assure you, no matter how much money you give in server contributions, or no matter how much things you do in like to support me in the community or whatever, I don't give a crap. I don't know how else to say this. I'm sorry, but you are not the leader of the chips. Okay, that is me. I'm the leader of the chips. If you want a male leader, if you want some male in the chips to lead you so bad and be a representative of the chips, go somewhere else because that is not happening. That is not happening here. There will be no chip, it doesn't matter what their gender is or whatever, but like there will be no chip having some sort of like leadership role and representing the rest of the chips. That is not happening here. Now, I know it's not all of you, because again, like I said, vast majority of you are like very lovely, very kind, and you all treat your like fellow chips and new members very, very kindly. But I know you guys have very good hearts, but if you notice that there are some bad potatoes, some rotten potatoes trying to antagonize or encourage you or others to complain or have problems with things that aren't actually issues, please think about whether it's actually worth letting that affect your mood and your feelings towards me, the mods, the talents, other talents, and also Aegis-Link as an agency as well. Think about it. Don't get caught up in the whole like witch hunt feeling of someone trying to like rally you and rile you up. Think about this individual and whether this individual is an egotistical one who has, you know, feelings of self-importance. It actually upsets me that there's people like that in this community. It really does. We're here to support Fish, to fish her to new highs and see her shine in all her fishy glory. This ain't about getting some form of recognition for your support. Exactly. It really isn't. And I like to think that I do give you guys recognition for your support. I like to think that I give you guys a lot back, but I will not be giving you individual, you know, recognition like that because this isn't about you as individuals. I'm the individual here. You guys are the chips. I'm the only fish. So exactly, the only one who can rile you guys up is me. No one else. The only person who can antagonize you is me. The only good person who can yell at you is me. So I don't let some guy do that to you guys, okay? You're here for me, all right? If you want to again support some random, okay, not random because again these are all like chips doing it, but like if you want to support some egotistical male, don't do it here, please. Don't do it here, please. I don't want that in my community, okay? This shouldn't be chips versus fish, her mods, and Aegis-Link. I am not your enemy. Nobody is forcing you to be here. If you don't like something and you feel like it's personally attacking your ego and you feel entitled and you feel like you need to complain to people and rally others and get them on your side and make them like go against me and my mods and Aegis-Link, you need to really sit and think like, why am I doing this? Is Fish my enemy? Like, no one's forcing you to be here. Remember that all of us in Aegis-Link, actually, not just me, the rest of the talents and also the staff, we are all doing this for free and working on this out of passion in our free time. Yuri does not pay himself. He pays the staff and the staff get like paid bare minimum and they work way more than like, you know, they're getting paid. Like it's all the profit that Aegis-Link makes goes into the events that we run. It's not like we're kind of like milking you guys for money, like you have to pay a membership fee for being here or watching streams or whatever, like, and it's not like we're giving you a service that you have to, where you can complain about it kind of thing, right? Like no one's forcing you to pay for anything here, so you're not losing anything. You don't have to be a member. And as for merch, that's all done through Kawa. That's got nothing to do with us. So complaining about, oh, the mods are so mean, or the mods are not doing enough, or like, oh, the staff, the Aegis-Link staff has really strict rules. It's pointless because no one's holding a gun to your head. no one's forcing you to be here. I'm the streamer. This is my community. So of course, I expect people to follow my decisions and be on my side, okay? Not the side of some random egotistical chip who's trying to rile you up. Think about where your loyalty lies. Are you on the side of this random chip? Or me, the streamer? Because if the answer is, yeah, I'm gonna side with this chip, you and that chip and all these other rotten potatoes can go and make your own community, I guess. You're sure as hell are not taking over mine. Okay? If you're siding with chips who are being antagonizing, you are not on my side. And you can go to another community because I wouldn't wish you guys on anyone else's community because that's not good behavior. This community is not here for you to be a leader of or take over. It's my community. They're my chips. So similarly, I actually want to talk about the mods here because they have been going through a ton of disrespect. Again, not by the majority of you, but by this like 10% I am referring to. I want to reiterate something. My mods, Mr. 5 and Comlin, they are here to protect the community safety and help people follow Aegis-Link rules. And also my rules as well. They're not here to like lead or represent the chip fan base. That is not what they were hired for. I know some communities do have that. Like some communities are like, oh yeah, the best representative fan will become a mod. So other people can like, you know, worship them. I don't accept that. I do not want any like, the only person you worship here is me. I will not have some random chip modded so you can worship them. That is not how this community works. This is my community. It's not a chips community. Like it's not like a chip. I don't want a chip leader that you can worship. And Mr. 5 and Common were modded exactly for that reason, because they're not looking for glory or like recognition or whatever from you guys. I don't want any chips to like, you know, suck up to them or whatever. They simply kind of like, you know, like what do you call them? Bodyguards, doormen? They're just here to protect our community safety and help people make sure like the rules are followed. Because remember, they're not like working for me. They're also trained by Aegis-Link. Like they had to go through the community safety manager of Aegis-Link and get their mod training and everything. It's got nothing to do with me. Bouncers, yes, bouncers. Yeah. So they have to follow the Aegis-Link rules. Like they might not personally care if you make like an odd joke here or there or something like that. But if it's breaking the rules, it's under their agreement with Aegis-Link to like, you know, like deliver the warning or whatever they have to do. It's not like they want to do it, but they have to do it because that's the agreement they made. They had to agree to be the bad guy, and it's not nice, is it? And I don't like how some people are thinking, oh, the mods personally have it out for me. I assure you they don't. They don't care. They're just doing what they have to do. What they've been, like, I don't even know if they have to sign a contract or whatever, but like, what they're being told to do. And also, like, they have been picked to be mods for a reason, right? Like, Mr. 5 has a very granddad aura. He's like your, you know, Northern British dad, no nonsense dad. Who is for some bizarre reason good at video games, but yeah, he's basically like your old northern dad. And then you got Comlin, who's like a literal, like, you know, I'm not saying he's a granddad aura. I mean, he's got like dad aura, you know. You're calling him old again, but it's in a positive way. Old northern dad. No, I didn't mean it like that. I mean like, no, you guys. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this slander. There is no way. There is no way. Anyway, and then you got Common, who's literally like, I don't know if I can say his job, but he's literally like, he literally works in like kind of like a law enforcement kind of thing, okay? And he's very, very good at reading people. So they were given the mod role for a reason, because it represents my needs in the community. Because again, I don't want someone who's like, oh, you're the #1 chip, you know? So you should represent the rest of the chips by being a mod. I do not want that. I would rather have no mods. I will be the mod. So again, they're not here to lead or represent the chip fan base. You need to understand that. And I know, again, not all communities do that, but that's how I choose to run my community. So they're not a community rep. So if you want some male fan leading you as a community rep, you are in the wrong place. I don't like this whole like ego jousting kind of thing going on between men. That is something I really hate. And there's no place for that in my community. I don't believe in making people mods purely because they're super involved in the community and like do a lot, or like spenders of money or give those as server contributions, because that often leads to conflict of interest and like perceived favoritism. And also power harassment. Again, it's happened in so many VTuber communities. It makes zero sense for me to do that because I can see it never works out well. It doesn't work out. Like you said, when applications first open, it's not a popularity contest, it's a responsibility. It really is. Like, Mr. Five and Common work a lot. They both have full-time jobs, by the way. I'm not paying them to do this. So you don't need to be in competition with them, I assure you, okay? Yeah, I don't want that kind of community. That's not the type of community I want to foster. The only leader here and the only one with power is me. Okay? I will not let any chip try to control me or control my community or have a say in how I run my community. Again, if you don't agree with everything I'm saying, you know where the door is. Like, you don't have to be here. No one's forcing you. No one's holding a gun to your head. Okay? And like, if you really need a chip example of how to be a decent person, then yes, okay, look at the mods. Okay, none of them have ever broken the rules. It'll, function appropriately. If you're unsure, like, what you say is, if what you're saying is okay, then think about it this way, okay? Would you say something like this to your boss at work? Or if you're unemployed, I don't know, would you say it to a stranger? Is it appropriate? If the answer is no, there you go, okay? It's really not that hard. Now, I know some people have autism and social awareness is not like the greatest trait. In that case, I'm actually very lenient with those sorts of people because my own brother is on the spectrum, right? And he doesn't have the greatest social awareness at times. And I know some people are a bit more along the spectrum and have even more terrible social awareness. And I believe in case-by-case basis, right? If they accidentally broke a rule, if they broke a rule because they didn't realize they're breaking a rule, I believe in second chances, but obviously there's a point where sometimes the rule break was so big, even I can't save them, right? The rules are created for a reason, right? At the end of the day, Aegis-Link creates the rules for the agency to protect the agency. How do I say it? Like, the rules are here not because Aegis-Link wants to be a mean agency and like, oh my god, we just want to make no fun allowed, all right? It is to protect the longevity of the company. So even if you don't agree with it, you do need to abide by it. And that goes for my streams and Discord and Twitter, everything. You don't have to agree with it, but you do have to follow it if you choose to stay here. So even if you are not American, you cannot use that as some form of immunity saying, oh, I didn't know, blah, blah. Like, if you don't know, but I warned you, that's okay. And I said, don't do it. And you don't do it again, that's fine. If you don't know, I warned you, and you still do it, that is not an excuse. You need to do your best to adapt, okay? If something is not okay here, and I say it's not okay, having bad memory is not an excuse, I'm afraid. So you just have to be a bit more conscious about what you say and what you do. And if you do something and a mod has to warn you, you do not need to be hostile to them. Like I said in my announcement in this one, I am absolutely flabbergasted that 8 times out of 10, someone breaks a rule in my section, like the chips, and the mods have to, unfortunately, issue a warning for it. They are met with hostility, snide and snarky behavior. How rude is that? And the thing is, when you're doing it, I know you're doing it. I see it. Because you're either doing it in the public, like fish tank, where I can see it, or if you're doing it to them deliberately in DMs. I know it sounds very control freak, but I tell Conlin and Mr. Five, like, if they're, you know, I need to see what they're saying to you because I want to see how they're treating it. I know it sounds really bad, but I am very concerned about the welfare of my mods because they're doing this for free out of love, right? For not only me, but for you guys. So when I see that they're being, like, treated really rudely, it really upsets me. And I want to know who's doing it. So trust me, if you think that you're doing it behind my back and, you know, blah, blah, and I don't know about it, I do know about it. your behavior is noted. So if you're breaking a rule, you're like towing the line and then you get a mod warning, like, don't take it as a personal attack on your ego, okay? Just heed the warning. It is not that deep, trust me. Again, please remember that by being here in this community, you have to be aware that you're not just representing me, you are representing Aegis-Link too, like the overall Aegis-Link community. It's in all of our best interest to protect the community and Aegis-Link's longevity and success. Because if Aegis-Link falls to, like, drama or controversy, then there'll be no fish, there'll be no land, there'll be no May, there'll be no, like, Gen 2. Like, I mean, we may exist, but we won't have all the opportunities and all the wonderful things that Aegis-Link is working hard to do for us. You won't have the cons, the concerts, and all this stuff. It won't exist anymore. Remember, this is my home, okay? If you really care about me, you should be protecting my home as well. Aegis-Link is my home, so you should be following their rules because their rules were made for that exact thing, protection. And again, if you don't like the rules, that is okay. It's completely fine. But it means if you can't follow the rules, you need to think about whether Aegis-Link is right for you, whether I am right for you, because the rules are not made to be challenged or contested. They were made to protect the existence of the agency and my channel. So if you don't agree with them, there are plenty of other communities that might be more suitable for you. Okay, so let us do what we want to do, which is, you know, making fun things for you guys and making you smile. That's what we want to do. That's what we're here for. We just want to create content to make you guys happy. That's simply it. It really doesn't go deeper than that. So if you're feeling a certain type of way, think about why you're here. Think about the reason you're here. Okay? So if I was extremely fair with him, I messed up. And yeah, I mean, shout out to you, Camp. you're not one of the ones. You treated him. You were very, very respectful with him. Don't worry. You're very respectful. I think the people who get salty and baby rage, they know who they are. They are very, very rude. Like, they would not be speaking to me that way, for example. So I think they know they're being rude. I still got some certain Mr. Five special gifts that I say things. I only have love and respect for Colin Mr. Five. They've been lovely to be around and they keep getting me from getting bonked. Yeah, at the end of the day, right, they're trying to protect you guys too. Because when we are told by the staff that the chips are causing problems, it's not me that just gets upset. Colin and Mr. Five get upset too because they do genuinely love you guys. They're not doing this just for me. They're doing this for you guys too. So it makes them really upset that we're told the chips are causing problems. Or the problems are coming from the chips. Like, it's not... It really genuinely upsets me. Like, I've been... Sorry. I've been really sad. I've been, like, feeling really sad lately and blaming myself because it's obviously a very long-running issue for the past couple of months, and I've been, like, blaming myself for it because I've been thinking it must be my fault. Like, I must be bad at managing the community, and, like, I've allowed people to think saying certain things are okay. Like, I've stuck my neck out defending and protecting you guys, but there's only so much I can do. And I've been feeling so bad that I've been causing so much trouble. Like, I've even considered going on a proper hiatus because I didn't want to cause any more trouble. And I've been, like, trying to reflect on my own behavior because obviously if people are acting up, right, it must be my fault, right? Because the chat reflects the streamer, and if there are people who are acting up and being negative or whatever, then it must be my fault, right? It must be my fault because I'm doing something wrong. And I'm not saying this as, like, a self-pity thing. I genuinely have been, like, using, like, for example, during the heat wave, I didn't have time to I couldn't stream, right? So I did use that time to, like, genuinely, like, reflect and think that I need to do a better job as well to, like, represent, like, what is okay and what is not okay, because if you guys think certain things are okay to say or do, then it must be my fault. It's because I'm the chat reflects the streamer. I always thought of myself as being someone that's quite, like, I may not be particularly nice, but I'm kind at least, and I I like to have fun and be silly, but within the realms of what's appropriate. But if some people go too far, it must be because I'm letting it happen. And I acknowledge that I'm not perfect, and I will do a better job of, like, representing of what's okay and what's not okay. But I just really hate hearing that, it's the chips that are always causing trouble. The chips are all the rule breaking and everything is coming from the chips, because I feel really sad, but I can't defend you guys when you're very clearly breaking the rules. It's a lot to do. You guys don't understand what it's like dealing with the community, because there's so much behind the scenes I'm dealing with. You might think, oh, her reaction is she's overreacting. Her reaction's too, like, serious and strong. There's so much you guys are not seeing that I'm dealing with behind the scenes. I have to also juggle all these different spectrums and neurodivergencies and personalities because you guys don't always get along well, and that's completely fine. But letting it bleed out and affect things is what stresses me out, because then I have to deal with it. I have to tidy things up with Mr. Five and comment. And then staff get involved. It's really, really hard, and I've been dealing with this stuff since last year. It's too much. It's a lot to deal with, and I don't need that extra stress. Especially, like, this weekend, right? This last weekend, it was a really important one for Aegis-Link. It was, our second gen debuted. There's gonna be so many more eyes on us and so many more new people. So we need to be a good representation of the community. So if it means that I'm going to be more harsh, and you might think I'm overreacting in my judgments, then I don't care. Like, I would rather be disliked than disrespected. I don't want people to think they could walk all over me because I'm nice or I was kind and I did something. That doesn't mean you can walk all over me. If it means I've got to be the bad guy and put my foot down and say things that you don't like hearing, again, I'd rather be disliked than disrespected, because that's disrespectful when you do things like that. Um, sorry, I was really a bit upset about that. um, Again, I just want to reiterate, about 90% of you are completely fine and wonderful people, so don't feel like you're being told off. Again, I really didn't want to have to do this announcement, but because it's gone too far now, and I really want to protect like Gen 2 as well, I don't want you guys to. I don't want this behavior to go on much longer. Remember, if you feel like you've been treated unfairly by my mods, right? You have to understand what they're doing represents my wishes and my instructions. Like, I often tell them you need to give a warning to XYZ person because I can't do it myself. I can't go DM someone and say, hey, you're acting up. Okay? Unfortunately, I do have to send the mods to do it. And they don't want to be the bad guy, but they have to be the bad guy. So you don't need to be like, oh my god, I'm being targeted. Yeah, if you're being targeted, you're being targeted by me. Stop having 1v1s in your head. 1v0s in your head, okay? Like, it's... if you have someone to complain to, then it's probably me. And obviously you can't complain to me, so go and complain to Aegis-Link. Just say I feel like Fish is targeting me because I broke a rule. Like, let them deal with it, okay? Just don't make it my problem. It's just so annoying that I have to... It's kind of gotten worse rather than better, because again, this was happening since last year. It's not a new issue, so... just please use some common sense, guys. I don't like hearing bad things about you, because you guys are the... you know, the people I care about the most. I don't want to hear bad things. So let's try to... like, lessen the occasions where bad things happen, because I love hearing positive things about you guys, not the negative things. So if you're being like a salty little gossipy person going behind the scenes saying, oh, I don't like the mods, I don't like the Aegis-Link stuff, no one's forcing you to be here. If you don't like them, it means you don't like me either. Just get out. It's really that simple. I don't know how to tell you. I don't want to deal with you either. It sounds mean, but again, like I said, I'd rather be disliked than disrespected. And disrespecting my mods, disrespecting the staff is the same as disrespecting me. Because at the end of the day, they're delivering my wishes. So you are basically hating me. Maybe this place is not right for you. Sorry you had to have this talk with us again, boss. You're a brilliant community leader and the mods are doing a fantastic job. We need to make sure we're holding up our end as well. Like I said, again, most of the time when I do give warnings or ask mods to give warnings, most of the time you guys do actually heed it, so that's completely fine. It's just there are a few individuals, and they are repeat offenders, I would say, who are really bothering me. So that's why I have to say something. Because again, these people are sneaky, they're snide, they're not doing anything to like deliberately break or circumvent the rules, so it's not like we can just be like banning them. They're going through back channels and back alleys to do like, you know, stirring things up, and you got, you know, it's just like, why are you doing this? This is a VTubers community. Just watch VTubers and turn your brain off. It's really not that deep. I can't even believe I have to say that, to be honest. Like you said, it's not a personal server, it's just a community, and community need rules to keep everyone safe. Like I said, you might not like it, but as long as you follow it, then it's fine. I can't believe there'll be anyone mean to Mr. Fiverr comment. They're amazing. I know. I'm shocked too, trust me. I came here as a supportive fan. I'm grateful I am able to do so in the position that I'm in. We're in this together. We're all in this together. Oh my god, Eru's here. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Eru. That's probably very uncool of me. It's very not cool. Pretend that didn't happen. You never need to apologize for being forthright and honest. Sometimes you do, because some people think it's mean and not nice, so... I'm sorry that you let you feeling this way, as well as the mods, and Aegis-Link is a real privilege to be part of the community. I'm happy you feel that way. Again, it is the minority, not the majority, so I don't want the majority to feel like, you know, Dad just told us off. And again, it is majority of you Even when you go, you know, when you're towing the line and Mr. Five does his cat react, you guys do know it. You know, it's fine. It's a very small minority of you who take it a bit too far, I think. Right, we wish Aegis-Link stays longer for like 7 more gens. Exactly! Sky's the limit, right? Nipping things in the bud. Oh yes, I would like to do some nipping, some potato nipping, and some shears, and like make you guys extra bald. You know how potatoes grow tentacles sometimes? That's how I imagine the bad chips. Like potatoes with tentacles growing out of them. I've got to like cut the tentacles. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like when you leave potatoes in the cupboard for too long and they start growing tentacles. You only have one brain cell? Why use it for bad when you can use it for good and fun times? Exactly! That's what I'm saying! Thank you for clarifying your position, Fish. And, thank you for listening. It's okay, I was wearing my mask and headphones. Oh, okay then, yay! The senpai image is ruined. No, I'm actually showing Eri this. It's completely okay for her to put her foot down. Put her foot down and say, something's not right. The weird bird from Mr. Five's my favorite. Or the bird in the rain with a massive beak. If anything, I'm upset you've been dealing with this for so long. I actually want to say thank you to a very small group of chips who are also like aware of like situations that are going on and have been like extra nice, I guess, to me, the staff, the mods, because they know I guess they're a bit more. They've got 2 brain cells instead of 1. They're also probably good at reading people, and they can see as well when we're going through stuff. Thank you to you guys as well. Difficult conversations need to be had sometimes. Never nice, but thank you for always being honest enough to address this directly. With the new gen, you have even more you want to protect. Exactly. I think the new gen was also the last straw because I don't want them to go through this, and I don't want them to kind of join the company when there's a troublesome group here. Potato tentacles? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You've never seen it before? You don't know? Wait, you've not seen potato tentacles? Yeah, all my potatoes look like that? That means you've left your potatoes in the cupboard for too long. Okay, hold on. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people... I know most of you guys are dumb, but some of you kind of like, you know, just a little bit... Some are more astute than others. And maybe you've recognized that certain people have been removed from the community. I'm not the sort of person who names and shames. Actually, I am the sort of person who names and shames. I can't name and shame, rather. Actually, you know what? I want to ask if I can just name and shame, because I feel like naming and shaming is necessary. Let me see, potato. There have been people since last year who have been removed from the community. For a reason. What's astute? What does astute mean? Astute means that you're very sharp and you have a strong ability to like, accurately assess people and situations. And that's actually why Mr. Five and Comlin are mods, by the way, because they have displayed very high levels of of that. Okay, I found pictures of potatoes growing tentacles. I don't know if I should put like a warning on this, because it kind of makes me sick to look at it. But I can show you the potatoes with tentacles if you want. I can show you guys. It's just a bit scary looking. I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to see this. It looks a bit scary. You sure you guys want to see this? Ma'am, those are roots, not tentacles. No, those are tentacles for sure. Fine. I'm showing it. You think a spoiler is gonna be needed? No, you guys need to grow up. You guys need to grow up and have a look at potato tentacles. There, this is what you guys look like. You know the bad chips? Yeah, this is what the bad chips look like. Chips with tentacles. There's chips with tentacles. What did we scratch? No. That's when I bring the. That's when I pull it out. The other thing, the shank, not you know, this. Wait, you can't see it. You can't see it. Not this. Pull out the shank instead. I don't like tentacles that look like this, alright? I don't like potatoes that look like... They're not tasty. They're not good for emergency food. So I'm gonna take them out, alright? But yeah. Yeah, some chips are a bit more astute than others. And the most astute of them all are the ones who are modded, actually. So if you're wondering why Common and Mr. 5 are mods, that is why. Because they have displayed amazing abilities of reading and assessing situations and people. Actually, it's quite funny because I remember even before Mr. 5 was a mod, there used to be a person or like a couple of people who would speak to me in a very disrespectful manner. And it was always Mr. 5 who would jump in and say, okay, that's not very appropriate, or settle down now, kind of thing. Like, I'm telling you, he's such a dad. He's such a dad. He would always jump in and say, well, that's not necessary, is it? That's not called for. That's uncalled for or something. He'd always say something like that. He'd be like, now, there's no need for any of that. Kind of thing. He's like such a dad. I was like watching, like, oh my god. Me? You're defending me? he was putting on the dad mode, bro. Like he was like, now, that's not unnecessary, is it? That's uncalled for. There's no need for that. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm glad that was him saying that, because if it were me, I would have actually I would have ulted right there and then at the person. But yeah, Mr. 5 dealt with it much more gracefully. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a good yep, that's definitely someone I need. if you want to know like how to be a good mod, that's the kind of trait you need. I think it's just funny. I think it's the way he words it that makes it funny. So. There's no need for that. That's not very necessary. That's uncalled for behavior, isn't it? It's so funny. So that's why. But yeah. 2 brain cells. That's not fair, Matt. You have a brain cell. You have 2 brain cells too. Just one of them's in your head and one of them is in the booty. Double the brain cells, so greedy. Oh wait, hold on, let me see the Beans, thank you for the super chat. Chuckles, I'm in danger. No, Beans, you are fine. Thank you. The only thing you're in danger for being is bold and proud. Bold and brash. Not instead of bold and brash, he's bold and brash. MILP, man, I love fish. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much for 3 months. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I feel so bad. You're pretty new to the community and you hear me doing this super scary, serious talk. I hope that doesn't scare you away. And thank you so much for the gifted membership as well. And TB, thank you so much for the super chat. A cheeky joke where you swim in the creek and then it'll bite your cheeks. That's amore. Thank you for the super chat. And again, on the other super chat, as a joke, I will say, should I ever act in a way that gets me removed, I will still wish for yours an Aegis-Link success in spite of it. Yeah, like even the the political TTS Adona. I'm sure he doesn't hate me. I hope he doesn't. I'm sure he's smart enough to know that yeah, he broke a rule, and I don't think he has anything against me or Aegis-Link. At least I hope not. Again, like, when you guys get punished for breaking rules, there's nothing personal in it. Like, no one hates you. It is not. It's like, for example, right? In football, England and Norway versus each other, and you know, some of them used to play on the same team, like Haaland and Bellingham, right? But they have to, you know, they had to play against each other for their country, and just because England won, and there was some sussy, you know, ref things going on, it doesn't mean Bellingham and Haaland hate each other. So it's like that, right? You might do something that gets you removed. Fair enough, but it doesn't mean you're hated. Unless you're doing something that goes directly against me, like doxing me or something. Yeah, then I hate you, yes. Then I absolutely hate you. I really do. I hate you, and I hope everyone else hates you too. But thank you for the super chat. Fish and chips, thank you so much, Ryu, for the super chat as well. Oh god, I had TTS turned off. I had things turned off. I had the tip alerts turned off. Hold on. I got one from a chid. No, shaking my finger. You guys, you can't call this hair. These are the roots of evil. Oh, TTS was silent? No way. Wait, hold on. Alright, let's try this one more time. Let's try this one more time.
Chid contributed $4.04 to the server, so you refused to provide your baby pics to prove you had hair, and you dox me while slandering my excellent baby hair as tentacles.
As I was saying, text to silence. Shut up! I forgot I had it on. I had the output muted. Yeah, no, this is not hair. These are the roots of evil. Okay, so those need to be chopped off. They need to be chopped off. This is the bad chips. Okay, all right. I'm gonna get the shank out to like chop off the roots of evil. If that's your hair, then you just need to let it go. But it's okay. I know a free service that will knife it off your head. If you're doing much longer for England versus Argentina, see, one of the reasons I was thinking about not doing a watch along for that match is because that will rile certain people up, and I can't trust that even random people won't come in and make comments because obviously there's controversial things. So I don't know if I want to take the risk. But yeah, that's why I might not do a watch along of that, because it's going to be quite hard to moderate, I think, especially because I am English. So yeah, I've seen the memes, Misky indeed, yes. And I mean, yeah, that's all I can say. So I don't think I could do a watch along. So that's why I might not be doing a watch along for that one, just to stay safe. Hi Fish, what's the love crafty and potato on the screen? Those are the bad chips. France versus Spain, watch along instead. Oh my god. For you, kitten, we do have a singular French chip. We have a singular French chip. Am I streaming tomorrow? I forgot. Oh my god, I'm playing Apex Legends while Zaku's country is fighting for their life in football. That's crazy. I'm fraud. No, wait, no, I'm playing Apex at 10 and the match is at 8, so I guess I could. We have lots of... we don't have any Spanish ships thinking about it. Zaku, the French representation of 17.5. I'm 17.5? Damn, when did that happen? But yeah, because of that, there's a high chance England might not win anyway because of their next match without going too much into it. So it's probably better not to stream that one so we don't have to yeah, let's not just take the risk for that. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly catch up with the comments very quickly. Oh, hello? Hold on. I know what you're talking about, just hearing tentacles and potatoes in the same sentence as well. I used to call them tentacles when I was a kid as well, so I just never called them anything else. They make well-aged chips. Oh, so you want to eat like boomer chips, wrinkled up boomer chips. I'm not astute, I'm a chip. I love crafty potato is really funny. I didn't think about it that way. Mr. Five grabbing a bad chip and hitting them with the Doom style execution. He makes very stupidly funny gifs actually thinking about it. I guess so. It's very funny hearing it from the outside perspective because I just do it without thinking. It's because you're naturally an old man. It's naturally a dad. Like an old British dad. Spoiler, by the way, Mr. Five's dad is an old British man. I mean, I'm sure his dad was a young man once, but his dad is British. He's a British, northern British man. You want to wonder where Mr. Five got it from. You'll say like I couldn't take the pudding away if it continued. You know what? I felt like I felt the aura from it myself. I felt like, oh my god, that's my parent telling me off. We had this ancient maths teacher when we were getting a bit too, so he could quietly say, "Come on, lads, you're being a bind." What is a bind? We need a super scary serious talk once every while. It helps us remind us where we are. I think the reason why it sucks is because, again, it's not the majority of the community. It's a very small minority, but it kind of like, it's, you know, like the potato with the tentacles? It spreads. And I think the reason why I have to do it now is because I noticed it spreading. I thought I had it nipped in the bud last year, but it's been spreading and I don't like that. I don't like it. And again, I feel really bad because, again, it doesn't affect the vast majority of you, but then sometimes it could. Because, you know when I told you about it spreads? Like, some people try to DM others and, like, you know, make secret, like, chats where they're like, oh yeah, let's chat poo about the mods and Aegis-Link or whatever. Like, I want... And again, a lot of you are really kind and nice, right? And you're probably thinking, oh, surely they don't mean it in a malicious way because, I mean, they're an Aegis-Link fan and they're like, fish, surely they're not trying to be malicious, right? Yeah, you guys are too nice and you should absolutely understand there are malicious people there out here and it's unfair and it's not nice and it's completely unfair that malicious people are in my community, but, you know, there are malicious people everywhere, I think. So it's about being vigilant, which is why I wanted to kind of do a big blanket talk to everyone, because I want regular chips to remain vigilant too. She's using sport euphemisms. She's becoming a dude, bro. Hey, listen, football won't be in my mind anymore after a World Cup's over. If I ever break a rule, please throw me into the sea. Well, Cole, you're actually a very good example. Sorry to, like, you know, bring you up and point you out, but you, when you did first join the community, which was at debut, you were acting in very, you know, ways that did break the rules. And
Robonalaya contributed $4.04 to the server. I am representing my client, Mr. John Chid, and I write to you to protest about the use of the word tentacle instead of hair. My client would like to remind everyone that chids deserve respect. If you persist, we will see you in court.
Let me just finish what I was saying so Cole's not thinking he's a bad guy. No, in the beginning you were warned for stuff and you just literally when you were warned you just listened and stopped doing it. So like that's the ideal situation. That is the ideal thing. If you know you're acting and if you're told to stop doing something you just stop it, and that's literally the ideal situation. So you are completely fine, I think. It's just some people don't like being told they're doing something naughty or something that's not liked and they act up and they become a big baby. Anyway, Mr. Pro Bono Lawyer. I already said the chips are very politically challenged, okay? So and I already accept them that way anyway. So how about you stuff your lawsuit where the sun doesn't shine? Yeah. Don't try to threaten me with a lawsuit. I'm gonna represent myself. It's a really tough game. I want to believe, but it's not in our favor for sure. It's definitely not gonna be in our favor. It's definitely not gonna be in our favor. It's gonna be a very sad match. I wish football can sometimes just be about skills, but it's always. I blame money. I blame money and egos. That's what I blame. It's all because of money. But yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. Delta, thank you so much for 17 months as a good game tool, a good time tool, and a wonderfully starty chip for beautiful fish. Thank you so much, Delta. I really appreciate it. Quit making me look bad. Stinky stale chips ruining my image. Only I could do that. Yeah. It's not like you don't have a strong image, Zero. I really appreciate your encouraging words, Chips, regarding my age. You really take after your Oshi a lot. Wait, no, it's a good thing. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I mean, one bad apple spoils a bunch is an old and common metaphor, and it's still very relevant. It's unfortunately still very, very relevant. Yes. Unfortunately. What? You're one of the best leagues of football.
$4.04 to the server. I hate money. That's why I dono it away.
You know what? I'll protect your money, Beans. Don't worry. I have a nice big account to protect that money. Yeah. Throw it in that account. It's okay. Just throw it there. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Beans.
Melody S contributed $20 to the server. I blame this money too, so you can have it instead.
Wait, guys, it was a joke! Melody, thank you so much. Guys, no more. No more! Stop. We're having a serious talk, okay? We're gonna go to Scab soon, so no more. But thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I know we have one of the best leagues for club football, but I don't have a TV. And I don't have the time to follow the clubs, and also a lot of English players are not even in English clubs. So when you support certain players, they're not always necessarily in your home country's club. I don't know what the fish is capable of. In international football, where the money affect club football more, there's issues with the VAR and refs. But most of the calls are absolutely correct. Oh, that's not what I'm referring to, but yes. That's not what I'm talking about, but it's gonna go against the rules. We're having serious donos. I don't know. Delta, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Thank you. I didn't bother watching club football at home. I just go to the pub or watch highlights online. True. Could go to a pub. I'm in the UK now. That's a good point. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly drink my tea. Speaking of the VAR though, in FIFA, I think in the Norway match, people were complaining that the ball hit the spider cam. And they actually had to prove that it didn't. Had to because there's apparently a tracker and sensor inside the ball. and you can see the sound waves when it hits something. And they showed the video evidence and sound evidence that the ball didn't hit the camera. The people are still saying it hit the spider cam. The goal shouldn't have counted. Spider cam. It's like a small like drone sort of camera, but with wires. It's not really a drone, then, is it? So it's like a suspended tiny camera that's moving around on wires, and they thought the ball hit that wire. Yeah. You say you're going to the pub? Yes, I am. I'll be. Well, I think on Wednesday I will attempt to go to the pub. There's a very high chance I will become scared and not go because I'm very nervous. But if that happens, I'll just come back home and watch it in, I don't know, Discord with you guys or something. If the chance. If I do go and be brave, then yeah, I'll just stay there and watch it there. What? The premiere for Mason Mess is in 10 minutes!
Money contributed $4.04 to the server. I am
guys,
totally
what if I move it to tomorrow?
I would never be evil. I would never corrupt.
Guys, would you hate me if I moved it to tomorrow? Or like, what if I... Oh god, what do I do? What do I do?
I would never lie.
Okay, hold on, I can think quickly. Okay, what I'm gonna do is... Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raid into my... Oh, God. Double streams. Additional reset shout. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raid into the... Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Raid into the stream after and back-to-back feature, yes, but you can't raid into it if the stream's already going, I think. That's the problem. I need to check. Give me 1 second. If I'm not able to raid back into the stream, that's the issue. You used your time wisely for this stream. I didn't expect to like burst into tears. I got a bit too emotional. I'm sorry, Chips. Okay, let me see if I can like redirect into my current stream. I think I can. Yes, I can. Alright, so we're gonna raid into the premiere and then raid back into here. I know, it's kind of crazy, but I feel bad because I kept moving it. And I don't know which mystery chip asked for it, and I feel bad for them too, so Alright, it's starting in 7 minutes, so I'll raid into it like 2 minutes beforehand, I thought something. So I guess we can, and then we'll raid back into here, and then we do the scab. Okay? How we feel about that? Happy to mute it all the time. I feel bad for like whoever asked for it. Thank you for reminding me though. Oh my god, I actually just completely forgot. It is advanced maneuvers here happening. I'm telling you, it's like we're being big brained right now. Multi-stream drifting. Oh my gosh. Alright, so you guys have like, okay, so what we're gonna do is after this we're gonna do the scab portion. I am only taking scab suggestions from overclock memberships, but you can only really send links of scabs in the Discord, so you've got to connect your YouTube to your Discord if you want to send a link. Alternatively, I mean, it'll be better if it's all in one place for me. I haven't seen the request for scares, so even if it's late sending some now. Yes, if you can put it in the Overclock membership channel, that would be easier for me, so I can like gather all the links. I really regret not buying ice cream when I went to the supermarket. They restocked the ice cream. Oh yeah, the heat wave will finish. Hopefully, I'm not cursing it. Hopefully this heat wave will end this week, but I'm gonna be gone anyway next week, so I don't even know the point. Alright, good night, Dance. Thank you. This would be great research for me when I get scabs in the future. Even for me, I discovered lots of scab accounts that you guys linked, and I was like, whoa, this art's really nice. I put a couple this evening. Yes, I'm aware. I saw it. I have to hit the hay as I have a big day tomorrow. Good luck on your big day. Hope it goes well. If I understood, I'd probably send one. If you understood Scab. There's just lots of artists on Scab, and don't bring the heat wave with you to California. I hope it doesn't follow me, but isn't this supposed to be hot around this time anyway? It's not gonna be my fault. I don't like scabbing, I don't know, make it someone else's problem. Well, that's the whole point of Scab. If you don't like having to commission stuff and the whole like review and revision process, that's what Scab is for. You just make the request and you just get back whatever you get. That's why I'm a bit like nervous about spending so much on this Donathon Scab, because it's a big amount of money for something you can't like revise or anything. So you've got to be very careful. You've got to write everything properly. Really good Scab artist recommendations? Yeah, some of them are amazing. It's a good thing I can't send such a suggestion. Good thing I can't send suggestions for flub that's... I need to drink more. Too dehydrated. Yeah, it's only for community members because it's like a community perk, I guess. It's an overclock membership perk. I think I annoy artists when I commission. I get 0 input, just say awesome, thank you, bye. That's the whole point of Scared. That's the whole point. You're like, well, I just want this, and that's it. That's it. Don't know much about Scab. So basically, it's connected to Twitter, so you can go on scab.jp, find an artist and send a request, and in the request you're like, hi, could you please draw TRiGGERPHiSH? Please draw her, I don't know, kicking a football in a grassy field. Make sure her hair is in a ponytail. Thank you. And then you like link the references so they know what I look like. References are pretty easy to get. They're on my Twitter or they're in the directory of my Discord. And a Google Drive link, a very nifty Google Drive link. So it's very easy, I think. You just have to, yeah, write stuff. One fish in England bikini, please. See, I would have scabbed that. I kind of scabbed it, but not using Scab. It was a Scab. I scabbed it from the artist that drew it. That like I just said, I'll just draw it, please, and they just did. But Scab would have, using actual Scab would have taken too long, I think. Please draw one TRiGGERPHiSH as bald as a chip. No, do not do that! I know you guys are jealous of my hair, but please don't be, okay? I know I have loads of hair, you don't need to be jealous. One day, when you stop raging and molding, your hair might grow back. Scab of fish and chips. I should do more chip-focused scabs, but sometimes I don't like the way the artists draw chips. I don't always like it. Like their art style of drawing the chips. I don't want to say you guys are ugly. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not calling you guys ugly, but maybe you guys aren't cute enough for some artists. No, I'm not saying you're ugly. No, I'm not saying you're ugly. I'm not saying you're ugly. I'm just saying that they're not like typically cute. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Fish eating spaghetti. Oh god, I'm getting cussed images of Will Smith. I can't raid into the stream unless I stop the stream. I can't raid into the... It doesn't work, guys, because if I stop streaming, the stream will end. Oh my god. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to quickly stop the stream so the raid can actually happen. And then I'm going to make a new stream as well. Okay, guys, we're going to raid into the music video. Okay, bye.